For E to I stem changing verbs, there are a couple general rules that go across the board with any stem changing verb. As we've seen with tener, which happens to be a yo-go stem changing verb, which is kind of in its own category. The first thing you're going to do with an E to IE stem changing verb is find the stem of the verb. So you have empezar, which would be empez, entender, which would be entend, and preferir, which would be prefer. In this category, for this module, these verbs stem change from E to IE. So in the examples that we just talked about, there happens to be two E's in the stem. So when this happens, when there are two E's in the stem of the verb, usually the second E is the one that's going to stem change. So we find the stem of the verb. Let's take empezar. And the second E, empezar, in that empez in the stem is going to change from E to IE. So you get yo empiezo. Then you're going to add your normal endings, whether the verb is AR, ER, or IR. So in this case, we have an AR verb, and so what we'll do is we'll add empiezo, empiezas, empieza. And then over here, we're going to skip nosotros and vosotros for a second. We have empieza. So remember that just like tener, the two forms that never stem change with these verbs across the board are nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, and vosotras. If you take these directions or these rules for these verbs, any verb that stem changes in this way, E to IE, will do the exact same thing. So the only thing that is different, of course, is if a verb ends in ER or IR and is therefore of the second and third conjugation. So you have entender, but remember that that's an ER ending verb, so you'll add the ER endings. Same for preferir.